Sub-boss, yep. Okay. Is that a transformation? Okay, that looked like Skyrim. That looked fun. Show me minions. Is that a time stop?
We are faced with
Fucking JoJo's? What is this?
and I will do what I must.
The fuck is that? Is that a... Atlas! That was a map atlas. No, is this the world? The open world map? What the fuck is that? Breach? Oh, Breach looks nice. Oh, they reach it?
You
What?
can gain more slots for charms by upgrading your belt.
What? Oh, okay.
The
Trinkets?
mercenary
Charms?
wields a crossbow that can be loaded with different ammo types, offering
yeah,
versatility,
I'm okay with
power,
that.
and mobility. It's very fast to switch between ammo types, so long as you already have them loaded.
Gun
which makes the
playstyle
mercenary
looks so
able to combo
fun.
abilities together for devastating effect.
Definitely playing that at some point after
Use
minions.
glacial bolt to create walls of ice to separate enemies. This is a spirit gem, which allows you to pick from a range of
gem.
persistent skills. All classes have a variety of these skills which can add some very interesting
Oh,
effects.
auras.
Like Arctic Armor, which does cold damage to enemies that hit you, or Raging Spirits, which summon fiery skulls each time you cast a fire spell.
What?
For the Witch, though,
SRS?
we'll want to be using
Oh,
our spirit
no.
to create permanent minions. These minions will be revived automatically when they die.
Oh
so you don't
god,
have to
was that
worry about
SRS?
resummoning them all the time.
Is it gone?
Here, I'm using the skill screen to allocate which
Hey,
minions I would
the
like in my
skeletons
board.
look
You
good
can see
though.
the spirit cost of each one.
Skeleton
warriors
army.
are cheap but weak, useful for tanking damage and distracting enemies.
Cheap but weak.
But I want more
Love
heavy
them.
hitters in my army, so I'm going to unsummon some warriors and
Oh,
instead
that
add
looks so
skeletal
nice. Holy shit.
Permanent minions come with special active abilities called command skills. Here you will find a variety of recommended support gems for each of your skills that you can pick between.
Oh my god.
For
That's
example,
so good.
this is a multiple projectiles support gem and can be used to add multiple
That's
projectiles
so
to any
friendly.
skill. Normally, when you fire a grenade, it'll look like
That's
this.
so new player friendly.
But if we add multiple projectiles, then you get 3 of them. Once you have the gem, you can also freely move it between any of the
This
skills
is
in your
all new
character.
players need to know.
If you want to have a multi-shot sniper rifle instead, then simply move the gem over to your high-velocity round skill. Generally
is
speaking,
perfect.
if it sounds like a support gem should work with a skill, then it will work. So it's a good idea to experiment. Note that you can only have
That's
one
how
of each
you
support
explain
gem
the
on your
game to new
character,
players.
So you'll want to think carefully about which supports can be used best with each skill for maximum damage. But if you want to experiment a bit more, then uncheck that recommended button and you can see the full list of supports that will work with your skill. There are hundreds
is
of
so
support
good.
gems to choose from, and even we don't know the results of all the possible ways these can interact.
Yeah, fuck
Each
balance.
skill can have up to 5 supports socketed into it, and if you're often reasons to go to different areas of the tree.
Yeah. People are
In
worried
order to
about
get between
nothing.
these clusters,
They're
you
worried
will
for
generally
nothing.
have to
Sorry.
allocate nodes in the attribute highways.
Worried for nothing about this
Attribute
game being
nodes allow
slow.
you to pick which attribute you would like to use, so it's very easy to get points for any attribute that your gear might need. You can change which attribute these nodes give you
Let's
for
say the
half
tree looks
price at
nice.
the respec vendor.
But huge,
In
still.
addition to notables, you will also find even larger passives called
CI.
keystones.
CI
Keystones have
unchanged.
both an upside and a downside, and
In the
often
same
require
spot,
changing
too.
your entire build to design around them. A great example is Giant's Blood, which allows you to wield 2-hand weapons in a single hand, but
What?
doubles the attribute requirements of them.
What?
You can use a
Two-
2-hand mace with a shield, or even dual wield them.
two-handers. It's finally happening. We can get two
How about
two-handers.
Mind over Matter, which makes all damage go to your mana pool first before your
we
life
get 2 shields?
pool,
That's
but
gotta
use
be a
50% of
thing.
Your mana regen. Some of them have
Side
permanent character
quests.
boosts, and others have powerful items. If you're having
Oh,
trouble getting
good.
past a boss, it might be a good idea to explore and see what you can find.
Fuck yeah, we
For
wanted
example,
that. That's
if
so
you
good.
defeat Blackjaw the Remnant, you'll gain a permanent increase to fire resistance.
Oh, that's so
One
good.
of the most important
Okay.
finds are spirit bonuses.
Yep.
You can find the first one
For me,
here in the
minions.
canopy in Act 1. Defeat the boss
King
in
in
this
the
area
Mists,
to
hey.
acquire a permanent addition of spirit. The permanent buffs you gain from spirit are very powerful,
Uh-huh.
and every class will find a use for them, so make sure you hunt down these upgrades. There's one in
Okay.
each act.
Side quests got better.
And we haven't even talked about the most important. Once you have earned your coin, it may be placed in the relic altar to begin the trial.
I'm sorry, that was Sanctum. Is Lab Sanctum now?
In the trial of the Seconders, each room has its own challenges to overcome.
Oh my
In this
god.
room, each rare monster you kill will send its blood to the chalice in the center of the room.
I think Lab
Once
is
the chalice
Sanctum.
is filled, you will be able to proceed.
Okay, that's fine, I
While
like
fighting
that.
monsters in the trial, you will need to be very careful. Each hit will not only hurt you, but will damage your honor. The monsters
Oh
are
no,
well
it is
telegraphed, so
Sanctum.
that you can avoid their attacks, but if you run out of honor, you will fail the trial and need to find another
We've got
coin in
an
order
honor
to try
bar.
again. It is a
Oh
good idea to
no,
make sure
it's
that you are well
skill-based.
prepared before challenging the trial of the seconds.
Oh, lab is gonna be so hard.
After each room, you will be rewarded. Each culture on Rayclast had their own methods to ascend. If the trial of the Sekimers is not your kind of playstyle, or you're finding it too difficult, you could try another.
Wait.
You can gain all your ascension points from just one, or mix and match them. It's up to you.
Really?
For early access, we will have 2 trials as options, with a 3rd trial coming later for the
Wait,
full
so
release.
I can repeat?
While exploring the Vaal jungle, you'll discover the Temple of Chaos. Before the Vaal embraced the science of corruption, their civilization
Okay, so is
worshipped
this
chaos.
not Sanctum?
This ancient trial was once used by the Vaal to test their high priests. A high priest of the Vaal must show willingness to risk everything to gain power. Entry to the
Ultimatum?
trial requires a token from a strange entity known only as the Trial Master.
Fucking lab
For
is
those in which he sees
ultimatum?
potential, he shall inscribe an ultimatum. Many have attempted these trials in search of greatness. Most have perished.
I'd rather
Will you
do
be able to
Sanctum.
defy the
That's
odds?
fucked.
Before you begin each chamber, the Trial Master will offer you a reward and a choice.
Damn.
Now, in order to make the endgame happen at the same character level as what it would be after we added the rest of the acts, we've added a second difficulty
Hey,
level called
cruel.
where you
Fuck
repeat
yeah,
the campaign with
I'm
all the
okay with
monsters and
that.
bosses leveled up. And of course, new rewards. You can
That's
kind
good.
of think of it as like a new game plus.
Hell yeah.
It's also a lot faster to get through the content the second time as your clear speed increases. That will take you to around level 65, where the endgame begins.
Good.
Once we add the remaining 3 acts, we'll be removing cruel difficulty, so you'll progress straight from the end of Act 6 to endgame.
Oh, this is so good.
But what is the endgame?
What is the
To
endgame?
explain that, I'll
Maps?
hand over to Mark. He can tell you all about
Better
it.
be maps.
You might find
Cool.
unique maps like Untainted Paradise, an undisturbed island full
hell
of
yeah.
beasts that give an extreme amount of experience. You may even find a lonely man
that the
just
seer?
enjoying his retirement who will give you a unique item for free.
Yeah.
In addition, you can find special areas that would make a good spot to set up camp.
Oh.
Clear these areas of their hostile inhabitants, and you'll be able to claim them as your own hideout.
Okay, the Atlas
You
looks
can decorate
very
your hideout
pretty.
as you see fit, and invite various NPCs to join you there to create your own personal base of operations.
Okay, the Atlas actually being a map is quite
A
nice.
great tool for exploration are towers.
What the
These
fuck?
mysterious
Towers?
precursor constructs are dotted around the Atlas.
We get Zelda
Completing
towers?
the tower will reveal a large area
No
around
way,
it,
we get
allowing you to
Ubisoft
scout out
towers?
your next challenge.
What the
there
fuck?
Are lots of things to
Okay.
find, so keep looking.
Okay.
Some sections of your atlas are influenced by corruption. Because only 1 in 4 maps contain a map boss, we are able
Oh.
to make them very powerful and very rewarding.
Oh,
These
1 in
bosses
4
come from the
maps contain a
campaign, But
boss?
have had their difficulty increased with changes to AI
Oh,
and some of their
okay.
abilities. It's worth noting that because you can see where
Dude,
the
this
bosses
sounds
are, you
good.
can choose to take them on or avoid them. If you do choose to
can
hunt
just
bosses,
avoid
though,
bosses.
then you will be rewarded with special points for the boss hunting section of the Atlas skill tree. The points here will allow you
Bosses
to
are
specialize in
optional.
boss killing, giving you much greater rewards for defeating them.
I'll be doing them because minions.
For each different type of content in the endgame, we are adding specialized trees in order to
See,
make it so
daily,
you don't feel the need to
ritual,
respec your points when you
expedition?
change between different types of content.
Expedition?
We will be showing you 7 of these by the end of this presentation, so there is
We're
still a
still
lot more to
going.
come.
Oh, it's so
Bosses
good.
are not the only icon you will see on the Atlas. Let's
Breach?
take a look at
Hello,
one of the
Breach.
in-game systems, Breach. If you
Yes.
played PoE1, you might be familiar with Breach.
My
For
cosmetics.
PoE2, we have created sequence